Today is Judgment Day, but not for Sarah Connor. This is Judgment Day for Darkside Collectibles. They have been pumping out different statues at a very high price range. The Sarah Connor retailed at $1,600. They have an Arnold at $2,000 and a T1000 at like $1,600, $1,700, depending which version you go with. Very expensive for 1/3 scales with very few swap outs. Where on the flip side, you get Prime One Studios, which we know has been, they have a solid reputation for delivering quality work. For the same price as this Sarah Connor was the same price as that Red Sonja, which includes 3 swap out weapons, removable cape and fur on her belts. Absolute grail. Now, let's see Sarah Connor, the same cost, how she is, because this will determine if I'm going to ever buy another Darkside Collectibles statue again. So today is Judgment Day for Darkside Collectibles. Now I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, do comparisons, and see how she stacks up, comparing her portrait to the likes of these Prime One Studios. Let's see how she is. So stay tuned, folks. Alrighty, folks. So they did use straps, which is real nice. They also included this little pamphlet. So let's open this up. I'm not sure if it's instructions, COA, or what the heck this is. No, it is sealed. Looks like it's a COA. So here it is. Sarah Connor. This is limited to 250. Has the founder creator. I got number 19 of 250. So I like the COA. It's nice. It's similar to like, Elite Creature Collectibles Cinema Cat COA. So it actually does look pretty nice, though. I do like that. So far so good. Got their logo here. That is the top, so it's labeled properly. I will say this is quite a heavy box. So we know this is a weighty piece, and then they taped the corners even though there is straps. So not the entire thing is taped, just the corners, which does make things a little bit easier, and I can't find my X-Acto knife right when you need it. I'll probably put the box over it. I'll just get another one. Okay. This always happens to me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we gotta do this just in the corners. Believe it or not, I've never seen a company do this before, where they just taped just the corners with straps. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, because, the straps is protecting the middle, that protects the corner, so it's not a bad idea at all. Okay. Now, there is gloves as well that they input in here, and I can tell you immediately, the base is, I believe, wider. And the gloves actually do have their, logo on it. As you can see, Darkside Collectibles. I do like the inclusion of gloves just because, in general, you shouldn't touch statues with your greasy hands. Now, I do wash my hands multiple times throughout the unboxing experience. Let's get this base out. It's a pretty sizable base, I will say. Does have a good weight to it. So here it is. There is the bottom. I know this has a logo on it. I think it's a few different logos. Let's see, what's this? Okay, here's one logo. So it just says Judgment Day Terminator 2. And I believe this could just... Yep. So that's snapped in there, nice and easy. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which looks good. And then there's an additional logo that says Sarah T2 Connor Judgment Day. So you get 2 logos depending on your preference. And this one is bigger as well. And actually, wait, never mind. This goes on the back. Oops. I thought I could swap out. Yeah, that goes on the back. Or the front. I don't know which one's the front or back, to be brutally honest. There's no instructions. Alright, there is quite a few parts in here. Lots of little stuff. The portraits. Let's get this body out. Alrighty. So here is the body. Looks pretty good. No, nice fine texture work. Let's see. Alright, as far as I can tell, that's actually the back. This is the front, because she's going to rest her leg here on that. Yeah, so this is the back. I need to buy another turntable. So, yep, there it is. I think there's also even side ones as well. Or not. Alright, let's get out one of these portraits. So this is the exclusive, which does come with a swap out portrait. Let's look at this. This is the regular portrait. Her hair attaches separately. I think the likeness is there. There is skin texture. I wanted to do the exclusive portrait. That's one reason I went for that. No, which I want to show you guys. Because she's wearing like a hat and the Jupiter. One really is in there. And I believe she has sunglasses as well, and a cigarette. Yeah, so this one she wears a hat. You know, so this one obviously you can see the bangs and the portrait. I'll do some close-ups later. For now, let's display the exclusive portrait. And then here is the hair that basically just goes in. Let's see. Is that accurate? No, it has to be like this. Is there two hairs though? Actually, there is. I think that one goes there. That didn't look like it was going in right based off the peg. Okay. Let's see, that's more the angle. Actually, all right. Yeah, best to just take the head off so you can really get that in there. Okay, there we go. Now I'm probably gonna have to look at some photos to determine, you know, where everything goes. I'm not 100% sure, and with no instructions. So here's like the sniper rifle she used on that. You know, this is basically right before they go to the Cyberdyne guy's house, and she shoots him with that rifle and then rushes in with the pistol here in her back to try to kill him because she thinks he started Judgment Day. So conceptually, I do like this piece. You know, it's showing her when she's basically dressed up as a badass about to go do something. So here's like, looks like a military backpack. And this goes here on the base actually. Like so. What is this? I think these are like shoulder pads. I believe this is a shoulder pad that snaps into her, but I need to look at photos because I don't want to scratch anything. And then here is, looks like a double barrel shotgun or just a shotgun. You know, you got the shotgun bullets. And let's see. I think this goes right here and it's just leaning. Although that's kind of weird, a gun just sitting on the ground like that. I don't know if that's accurate. I'm going to need to look at photos. And then here is, okay, this looks like the grenade launcher that Arnold used in that particular scene. Again, I'm going to want to look at photos because there's no instructions. And then there is, the sunglasses are actually taped right here, so I'm going to want to take off my gloves for that. Yeah, some of these just going to be easier no gloves. Notice there's like tape. Now, for example, here is a knife. Now this is resin, it is not metal. I would have liked this to have been metal. Again, I'm not sure where this goes. Pretty sure she's wearing shoulder pads. So, 'cause it comes with two of these. And then it does come with two sunglasses. So you can take this on and off, really. I even wonder, you could probably have her like holding the sunglasses. These are super old school. Now, like, check out those sunglasses. Now, they are see-through, you know, like I can see my finger through it, so they're not like blackened. More or less, you know, put it on her like so. Like that. It's kind of the general idea. Let me show you guys some of these parts up close so you can, like, you know, see what this portrait looks like. There is an additional hair right there for this one. But that's the portrait. You know, I do see definitely Linda Hamilton's likeness. I don't think that is a concern in regards to likeness. And the hair does look sculpted. This kind of reminds me of just like a PCS statue. You know, like, that's kind of what I get the vibe, especially with like those eyes. You know, those are, I don't think those are decals. They look painted. But it definitely reminds me of like a PCS head, like something from like Vampirella. Although I do think they did a better skin texture than PCS. Like, that Vampirella doesn't have any skin texture, where she does. You know, she has, you know, like if you look at that skin right there, you see that shoulder scar. There's definitely skin texture, which is real nice. I'm going to see if I can find an image online of this particular scene as well. And the cigarette is right there. And those are the other sunglasses. So we're going to just need to look at some images so I can kind of complete this. But wanted to show you everything. I'm pretty sure these are like shoulder straps. You know, if I'm looking at it. These guns look great and they have a good weight to them. You know, this is the, I mean, it's missing a strap, but this looks like the, you know, gun Arnold used. And then the shotgun. So, yeah, and she used a shotgun at the very end against the T-1000. Yeah, it's definitely a wider base. You know, Sideshows had this listed as 20 inches deep, 15 inches wide. That is inaccurate. It's definitely 20 inches wide, 15 inches deep. And then I know it's like 27.95 inches tall. I'll probably measure it officially for you guys. I actually do prefer the Sarah Connor logo on the front than just the Terminator 2, but it is nice that you do get that dual logo. There's no logos on the side, even though it looks like there could be, there is not. You know, and then like this is the back part. You see there is a fine, you know, very fine texture to like her outfit. You know, it's very finely textured and detailed. So it does look quite good. The gun looks great. It's high quality. It's heavy. I would have liked this to have been metal. You know, and at the end of the day, I always wish 1/3 would come with glass eyes. You know, unfortunately, the only ones that do are like the likes of ECC. Granted, those are $3,000 statues. But still, this is, you know, a pricey piece. I do wish we could get 1/3 with, you know, glass eyes. Alright, let me look at some images so I can complete the setup. Alright, so we got the shoulder pads up and on. So I will say you need to have the arm removed and the hair removed in order to get them on. And it snaps in there, and then again into the back upper part. You know, and I have the photo here. According to this, that gun just rests like that. And then they put the knife inside this board, actually. So I believe it just goes like, you know, in here. Like that. So the knife goes there. And let's see, wait. Is there something else that goes right here? There's like a hole there, and I'm not sure what goes there. I need to look at this photo. Alrighty, folks. So I don't believe anything goes in there, although they do have this angled here. So I think maybe you can put the knife in there is my guess. Like if you don't want the knife here, you can do the knife there is, you know, probably more like this, actually. Like, maybe it's the knife. It looks like it's the knife, although I don't really see a knife stabbing this. You know, this is like a heavy-duty military thing. I think the no fate makes more sense to me. You know, so I think that looks better, so I'll just keep that like that. Now, here is Linda Hamilton, you know, from the movie. You know, same outfit and so forth. You know, it's kind of like from this scene when they're at that bunker and everything. She didn't put her shoulder armor on yet. But, you know, she's wearing the glasses. She's a skinny female. You know, makes sense. The shoulder pads make her look a little bit broader because of that. And her knife normally would be in there, but she obviously stabbed this no fate thing. And she has her cigarette in this mouth. I will say the cigarette looks fantastic. Like, it's a really impressive cigarette. But let me